Adil, thanks a lot for giving us your time. What are you hearing right now on the ground in terms of the latest regarding this church fire?
So what is going on in the ground at the church site is that the rescue operation has more or less ended, and investigations have been ongoing actually since the morning. The number of casualties so far, it has been for the past few hours freezing at 41 dead and 14 injured. The 14 injured, 4 of them are in critical condition. They're getting intensive care in Egyptian public hospitals. The rest of them, the 10 injured, 2 of them have been dismissed to home, and the 8, according to the Egyptian Health Ministry, their conditions are quite stable. The investigations have been ongoing since the morning, as I said, and they have been indicating that this was an accident, and they blamed electric system malfunction in the church to be the reason behind the blaze.
Now, there were thousands of people there. We know the church as well includes 2 places that are used as a daycare for children. Of course, the fear is that among the dead, many of them are children.
Yes, as you're seeing now in the pictures, this is not a typical kind of church as we're all used to. It doesn't have a wide land area with the church architecture. It's more or less like a residential building as the rest of the neighborhood. And because of that, the number of exits in and out are basically just one main entrance, like any regular residential building. And that was one of the reasons why the death casualties was so severe. Basically, the blaze has blocked the main entrance out, and unfortunately, all the people inside suffocated from the smoke or died because of the stampede as people were trying to exit out of this building. Yeah. As you've said, the church provides services to the entire community there. It has a nursery. And unfortunately, most of the casualties were children or elderly, and these are mainly priests who are giving the services for the children. They give care for them during the day so that their parents can go to work, or they provide the rest of the church's services to its community in Mbaba district, which is a popular and more or less the background there is we're talking about a lower socioeconomic background.
This being a horrific, accident here, as you say, as the investigation is underway, I can only imagine, Adil, how the community is feeling, trying to come to grips with this.
I'm here at the hospital where some of the injured are being treated. You can see movement behind me. These are family members waiting to receive the bodies of their beloved ones who they lost today. Most of them, as I said, children. So the looks are devastating. We hear screams and crying all day. Whenever there is a coffin passing by, going to an ambulance so that the memorial services for the churches begin. And the memorial services, all the funeral services will be taking place within the next couple of hours on the church's site as requested by their family members. It is very hard. The country has been mourning. The Egyptian president, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, says that he's personally following up on the investigation and the incident. You hear behind me the sirens of the ambulances as the convoy of the sirens, the ambulances move to the church's site in Mbaba to deliver the bodies and to begin the funeral proceedings. The Prime Minister went to the church's site to personally also follow up on the investigations and see what the magnitude of the damage that took place earlier this morning. Cabinet members have been visiting family members in hospitals and at homes. The Egyptian government initially set a compensation of about $2,000 for every victim lost in this family. It may not sound much, but to $2,000 for people from that socioeconomic background, it is some decent money.
It is. Okay. Well, our condolences and our thoughts and prayers are with the families indeed. Adil Al-Mahrouki, a journalist for us in Cairo. Adil, thank you so much for this. Appreciate it.